Give yourself a break, girl or boy. Hi guys, it's Emily here. Welcome back to my channel. This week I thought I would do a how to cope with exam stress video. A couple weeks ago I did do a how to revise for your exams video, and that was so popular. People loved that and were asking for more and things like that, so I thought I'd show you something that has really helped me through my exams, because I am such a stressful person. I stressed out so much about my GCSEs and everyone was like, oh my god Emily, just calm down. And I stress so much about everything, and these are 4 essential tips and like areas where I focus to make myself less stressed. And this really helps just every day as well, because I do stress a lot about just everything. So generally this is a exam stress video, however you can apply these tips to everyday life as well. The first tip is your environment, and I know you've probably heard this a million times, and I did mention it in the last exam video I did, is do not study in your bedroom. It is the most unfocusing place, and when you're unfocused you waste time, and that waste of time is what stresses you out, because you're wasting time and you can't revise. Go somewhere where you can revise, like a study, or go back to school if you're on study leave, even though that sounds crazy, but you're focused in school because that's where you work, and revise and do your revision and set out a good amount of time for it. As well, there are other environmental factors that you can change about the environment that you are in, so that you are less stressed when you're studying and when you're not studying. The first thing is put plants where you study. I have flowers here, and sometimes I have flowers by my bed as well. I also have my succulent. That makes me really nice and relaxed. It also improves the air quality, which makes you breathe better, think better, and is better for your health. It also relaxes you. It is scientifically proven that people with flowers in their vicinity feel happier and more comfortable, and therefore more relaxed. The next thing you can do is play classical music, and I know this is not everybody's favourite thing to do in their spare time, but playing classical music while you're studying and while you're just like in the background when you're doing other things is going to relax you. It also helps you focus, because classical music isn't lyric based, so you're not tempted to sing along like if you were listening to, like, I don't know, Ariana Grande in the background, and you're not going to take in the information while you're studying. It is also scientifically proven that classical music will bring down spikes in your blood pressure, so when you go into your exam you're going to be less stressed out and less freaked out. The third thing is make sure you are somewhere quiet, and I mean this in noise and colour. My bedroom is white for a reason. It is the calmest colour there can possibly be. It's not like sterile white, it's kind of like grey white, which is really nice and calming and relaxing, and I have some soft colours. If you are somewhere with loads and loads of bright colours, you're going to feel really overwhelmed, especially if you feel yourself getting stressed out. Take yourself out of this brightly coloured insane like room or place where you are. Go outside, go for a walk, go somewhere like that's kind of like a neutral coloured room, and just sit and relax in the quiet. The second thing I always focus on for exams is what I'm eating. Now I know the first thing that everybody wants to eat when they're studying is a big old cup of coffee or hot chocolate or tea, and just piles and piles of chocolate, because you're stressed out. That's what you're going to reach for. You're going to reach for processed foods, fast foods, and sugary sweet snacks and drinks and things like that. While that is good and it's going to help you relax by having something nice that you like, it's also not going to help you in the long run with your studying. So make sure you have some nice fruit or some Make sure you have some fruits or some slow release carbohydrates with you, so that's going to fuel you and make sure that your blood sugar stays level, which is going to keep you focused and not give you any crazy cravings. And make sure you can have something that you can snack on. Instead of having like one banana, have a bowl of grapes or some blueberries or things like that, so you can just pick on it while you eat. What I quite liked to do was packing up a little picnic with a really nice balanced amount of food, some chocolate, some fruits, some vegetables, some protein, and I went to a park and I studied, and I just ate as I studied, and it is really relaxing as well, having something to do with your mouth. It kind of like distracts you in a good way. It gives you something to do so you don't get bored while studying. Also with drinks, avoid anything with high sugar content and high caffeine content, which means energy drinks, coffee, my love, and like fizzy drinks and things like that, because it's going to spike your blood pressure and your sugar levels and give you too much caffeine and too much energy, and you're going to get the jitters, and that's not a nice feeling, especially when you're stressed out. Water is probably the best thing you could drink, or maybe go for a smoothie that's made with some nice vegetables and fruits, so you get lots of nice antioxidants that will keep your body functioning properly and make you nice and healthy. The third thing I would always recommend is to plan your time efficiently. This does not mean make a study planner for every hour of your day, every day of the week. That is unrealistic. You're never going to stick to it and it's going to stress you out more. Have a day-by-day planner. What I did was, over on my wall I had like a monthly calendar, and I stuck it up and I made it. It was huge. It was like 4 pieces of A3 paper, and I just wrote, okay, what am I doing this day, this day, this day, this day, this day, and then when I had exams I'd have like the exam on there, like the morning and afternoon. So I did divide it into just morning and afternoon, and that's all I did. You can use a study planner if you want something a bit more in depth. getrevising.co.uk has a really good study planner making program facility thing on there, so I will link them in the description box below. I did talk about that in my last video. If you want to go and check that out, I talked about it in a bit more detail. But you need to be able to say, okay, this day I have this exam and I'm going to study for this exam after it, and then you stop. And then the next day I'm going to have a day off because I don't have an exam the next day. I'm going to have a nice day off. You can plan something with your friends. What I found really helpful was, at the beginning of each day, make a to-do list. What do I need to do today? Write it nice, short and snappy little bullet points. I need to make my breakfast, I need to revise for this, I need to take this to the post office, I need to get some milk from the shop, I need to do whatever else you need to do, and then you write, I'm going to have a bath and I'm going to go to bed at this time. And it's really important that you get the right amount of sleep and plan how much sleep you're going to have, so that you don't get out of balance or, so say, jet lagged from the amount of sleep you're getting. If you plan to go to sleep at 10 o'clock every night and wake up at 8 o'clock every morning, that's fine. Make sure you have a good amount of sleep. It doesn't matter if you have less than that or a bit more, as long as it's consistent every night and that your body clock is used to that, and sleeping and waking up is something natural and something relaxing and not something that feels rushed or unnatural. Also, when you go to sleep, leave your phone away from you and your laptop away from you. As soon as you get under the covers, your phone should go down. I am a culprit of this. I always play my phone in bed, but I put on iPhones, you have something called night shift, and you can change it so the colours on your phone are not blue, they are actually warm colours, because blue colours keep you up at night and warm colours help send you to sleep and like a bit better. So I'll either switch it to night shift, so I've got some nice warm colours in the evening when just before I go to bed, and then when I go to bed I turn my phone upside down and put it on the floor or on my little bedside table. And again, with your laptop, just close it down, make sure you can't see it and that no light is glaring at you. The turning over method is really good, because if you do get notifications you can't actually see it, because obviously you're shining into something that's like opaque. My fourth thing, and it is probably the most important thing on this list, is give yourself a break, girl or boy. You have been studying so hard. If you're this stressed, you've probably been studying like non-stop for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Give yourself a break. Plan days where you're not going to study and you're going to go out, you're going to have days out with your friends, or you're just going to stay inside and catch up on social media, catch up on a TV programme that you've missed out on and things like that. Give yourself days where you're not doing anything. It's going to relax you and it's going to refocus you, because you can have days off where your stress can be released through something. I like going out for breakfast or for lunch with my friends, because I can literally just rant my head off at them and they're like, yes, oh my god, same, and then all that negative energy is just released, it's gone, it's out, and you can come back the next day and have a fresh start and be way more focused. If you don't give yourself a break, you are going to stress yourself out so much. Trust me, I'm the worst for this. I will just work and work and work and work and work and work and work, and I won't stop until the work's done. But if something then goes wrong, I then freak out because I can't do it. And I keep trying to do things and then things keep going wrong, and that makes me upset as well as stressed, and that is not a good combination. We're not going to go there because we don't want that to happen. What you need to do is, if something bad happens, just stop, take a break, it can wait. End of story. If it can't wait, then you should have revised earlier. Don't leave it till the night before, guys, because this will happen and you won't be able to revise, and you also have to learn to say no, because if you don't need a break and you actually need to get stuff done, you need to be able to say, no, I don't need a break. That kind of contradicts it, but have enough breaks so that you feel relaxed, but not too many so that you feel that you don't have time to study. And that's it. That's my 4 major things that I always focus on when I get stressed around exams or just in daily life. That's my environment, the food I'm eating, planning, ooh, that was really weird, planning, and giving myself a break. Remember those 4 things and any things within those areas that you can do, and you should be absolutely fine. Well, during exams you shouldn't be stressed at all, hopefully. So yeah, good luck to anybody sitting their GCSE or AS or A-level exams this year. I know it's a stressful time, but we can do it, and if you don't do it, and that's fine, it's not the end of the world. Like, there are so many options that you can do. I said this in my last video, like, it probably opens more doors for you if you fail them. Not saying that you should, but I really hope this helped you, and give this video a huge thumbs up if you'd like to see more advice or like exam videos, or if you want to see other things and you're kind of fed up of me talking about exams. Give me a little suggestion in the comments below to say what you do want on the channel a bit more. Other than that, make sure you subscribe so you catch all of my random ramblings in the future. I'm going to Bali in a couple of weeks, so that will be here and it's gonna be good. And yeah, other than that, I will see you next week with a lovely video. Adios!